Hi, my name is Jacqueline Guido. I'm the writer and director for AbuelosAshes, and this is my masterclass. Just kidding. This is a Q&A that Ruben is having us do, where the other writers, our fellow writers, asked us questions after reading our scripts. And so I have a few questions here that I was asked. What I am presenting and what you will all see is actually not the 10-minute play. I'm leaving that for when we are able to get back in the theater, but it is a short film adapted from the 10-minute play, which it was originally 10 pages, but now it ended up being 5 pages, a little bit more than 9 minutes. But if we would have kept the whole 10 pages of the play, it would have turned into a very long film, like probably 20 minutes of film. But anyway, I will read some of the questions, and the first one is by Emanuel Loarca, author of Nanorcan. It's actually not a question, a comment. Emanuel is a great artist, director, and writer who I admire so much, and it's an honor to be a part of the festival with him here today. But anyway, let me read his comment. It's cute, very informative, with a lot of knowledge and politically correctness. Relationships seem to develop nice, combo beat comedy and drama. I like it. Yay, Emmanuel likes it. Thank you, thank you. And this is from reading, so let's see what he thinks once he sees the actual piece. No questions went unanswered. Well, I'm glad that I was able to answer all your questions within the script. Another very, very talented writer, Andrew Cervantes, and he is author of Lola, which is also a piece that is going to be playing as part of the festival. Well, they're all playing as part of the festival, right? Ruben's going to kill me for just like going rogue and not just being direct and professional and answering all the questions. But anyway, so Andrew's telling me, you touched on therapy in this play. Do you feel Abuela's views on psychology evolve? Does she change her opinion? Abuela is an elder. She is in her 80s. She's 86, 85 years old. She is a woman that has been through a lot. She was an orphan at 9 years of age. She's lost a kid. She just has been through a lot. And she has been able to, she's a very strong woman. She loves her kids, but she does not have an easy time expressing her love. It's not easy for her to express her love to her daughter, but it is easier to express her love to her grandson. And so how does she evolve about therapy, or the question that Andrew asked me? We don't get to see it yet in the short play, in the 10-minute play or the short film, but we might get to see it in the feature. So I guess, Andrew, to answer your question, no, Abuela does not change her mind about therapy throughout the play. A seed is planted, and she starts being curious about how this is helping her daughter, but she still thinks that her daughter could be stronger, and that what's happening to her daughter is not the end of the world, and or that she should be going out and seeing a therapist. So that's where we're at with her. And then your other question, is this play part of a longer piece? This play, the 10-minute play, is a part of a longer piece, which is a full feature film. And so once we get into the film, the feature film, there we'll learn a little bit more about the grandmother, about all the other characters, and we'll see how she feels about the therapist, and we'll discover why she calls the analytical psychologist a bruja, because that's what she calls her. So we'll discover a little bit more about her reasons behind that. And so I'm going to move on to the next question. And the next question is by writer Sophie Goldstein, and she is the author of Rosa. Where did the spark for your story come from, and what was the inspiration? The spark for the story. So it's a fictitious story, but it is based loosely. The characters of the grandmother is loosely based on my mom. The character of the grandson is based on my son, and the relationship, they have a very close relationship, very loving, and I wanted to show that. I wanted to show the love between the grandmother and the grandson, and my mom. And I do have my dad's ashes, and my mom does want to steal them from me, and so that's kind of like when I overheard her trying to steal my dad's ashes, and I keep on hiding them in different places. Like when she comes, it's like, I better go hide my dad's ashes because I don't want my mom to steal them. So it was inspired by that, by the fact that we had been in a pandemic. I had not seen my mom, and then when I saw her again, like, she has this idea that now she wants to take my dad's ashes away from me. And so that's the inspiration, and I hear her telling my son, and she has her reasons, but they just don't align with mine. But they inspired me to write a play and a short film. Okay, and do you have plans do you have plans to make it into a full length? And if so, what do you think you'd like to highlight more? Okay, so kind of similar to the Andrew's question is, I do have plans to make it into a feature film, and I will definitely be highlighting more of the relationship. It will touch on the journey where they actually do take the ashes outside of the home, and together the grandmother, the grandson, and the niece, I'm sorry, not the niece, and the girlfriend go off to the casino, and from there they are heading to Tijuana, Mexico, to take the ashes where the grandmother wants to. The mother finds this out, and talks to the father, and talks to the father, who she's not, who they're not married anymore, and so they are gonna go after them also. So the situation with the mom and the ex-husband and the husband's new boyfriend will be highlighted, and that journey that they are going to be taking, going after the kid, the grandma, and the ashes. So that's what I'll be touching on. And Sylvia Chavez, another writer that I'm so fan over. I love her work. Everything that Sylvia writes, I want to be in or direct or something. I love Sylvia. And she's the author of La Liga Nuestra, and she's asking what inspired you to write this piece. And so I think that is also what Sophie had asked me. So I already answered that question. Like I said, my mom, my son. So I'll move on to the next question. And what is your writing process like? Good question. My writing process. Well, I try to write every day. Actually, for the past 2 years, I think I have been writing every day. If it's not journaling, it's poetry, scenes that will later go into scripts. Actually, one of the scenes that is in the play, but that didn't make it to the film, was inspired in the writing class. I also do a lot of writing classes, writing workshops, writers groups, where we're daily writing prompts. And so one of the scenes that didn't make it was written. I wrote it, and it's in the play. It won't be in the film, and it was a scene writing of how to show someone you love them without saying you love them. And so it's a scene with the mom and the daughter, and the daughter comes and brings her medication. And so that's, so that's some of my writing process, just writing scenes. And then I like to do a lot, like when I'm being inspired, or part of the process is when I have the idea, I like to use my hands a lot and just have thoughts and just connect with different things. And so I start cooking. I like to make flour tortillas from scratch, and I like to make a molcajete de chile, and just like go at it, and it's call me crazy, it's part of my writing process. Another thing is that I do a lot of vocal work when writing, and that also helps me to bring out the voice that I want to give these characters. I do some meditation. I lay down, I look at the ceiling, and and I start seeing either like words, or I'd start seeing these scenes of my characters just right up in the ceiling. I'm crazy, I know it. But anyway, that's part of my writing process. And then just writing, and then then start putting it together. I write, without thinking. I put the editor to the side. I don't allow for this editor to judge, and I just write. And then after, I put it away for a while, then I revisit. I bring my piece to different writer groups. I workshop it. I invite actors to read it, and do edits and rewrites. And then finally, I feel that it's done, but then again, it's never done, right? We're always editing. So I hope I answered Sylvia's question, because I tend to go rogue a lot, and Ruben's gonna kill me. But anyway, if you have any other questions, Sylvia, or want to talk about it, call me. And a ver dónde voy. Okay, and who do you write for? I tend to as far as performers, who do I write for? I think I tend to write a lot for kids. I like writing for kids, and I like writing for older people, for mature artists. I really like to bring those two together. I really like to show that relationship that kids and young adults have with the grandparent figure. So I tend to write a lot of that. And as far as an audience, I don't ever think like a specific audience, but I do mix a lot of Spanish and English. So I guess I would say kind of also like for a bilingual audience, which also I've been told people that are monolingual English speaking, they've been able to understand even if some pieces are in Spanish. But but I guess, I don't know, I haven't thought about the target market, but to entertain. I like to entertain whoever watches my pieces. And that was the last question. Ruben, don't kill me for going too long, but thank you. And